Alright. We said we'd be always you and me, for better or worse.
Well, good morning on day 49. Yeah, I got into Nha Trang in pretty bad shape. I really was stuffed. Yeah, I think if I had another 10 Ks and another hill climb, I would have been bailing out and finding somewhere else to stay. Anyway, I got there. Yeah, completely. So I was always going to have one day off there. I woke up on that rest day and I didn't feel any better. So I immediately booked a third night. So I had 2 rest days there, so days 47 and 48. I ate and ate, drank every kind of juice that's ever been made, lots of water. Interestingly, I did a weigh-in on that first morning. They had a gym there and some scales. And I had actually jumped on the day before. I was a bit surprised at the weight, so I did it again the next day, but it confirmed I'd lost 6 kilograms in, well, what is just over 6 weeks. Now, a lot of that's fluid, and a lot of it's strength, probably, or energy. Hence why I was so flat. So I've had the 2 days off. So it's now a 4-day push to Ho Chi Minh. That's about 460 kilometers though. Today's only 100. Tomorrow's going to be a big one, 130. If I can't do that, then I kind of blow the best part of a day riding, you know, 30 or 40 kilometers. So I'll try to do Ho Chi Minh in 4. If I can't, I can't. Shortly, we'll be riding through Cam Bay. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully, I can launch the bomber somewhere. Looks so good. Well, day 49 is going really well. It's not quite 10 o'clock, not quite 8 o'clock yet. And yeah, I'm about 44 Ks in. So I'm making really good progress. Yeah, double rest day, so I should be resting. I keep thinking I've got a tailwind because I'm going along at a, you know, about 25 K an hour effortlessly. And I think, oh, there must be a tailwind, but it's not. It's just fresh legs. But I just spent probably maybe 8 kilometres riding with a young Englishman who goes by the name of Crazy Jay. And he's returning to his accommodation after an all-night bender. He's on a scooter, and he was, you know, friendly chap, and but a few times he got a little close, and yeah, I thought I'd be in the bushes. And then once he left and I cleared him and there was no risk of him catching me and joining me, because he is quite drunk. Yeah, I looked to the left into the shade and I saw another huge cafe, so I've stopped here. I've got an iced coffee, which is really good. got a horn blowing, but that's normal. And yeah, I've got a nice pineapple drink coming right now, in fact. Thank you. Iced pineapple. Yeah, good day so far. I think we've got another bike tourist. Well, at the risk of becoming a hill spotter, check this out. Well, that was a little disappointing. I just passed through Cam Bay, and I reckon I was within about 50 metres of the water. I couldn't see it, and I couldn't see how to get to it. Yeah, and then once I cleared the bay, or the southern part of the bay, it turned into a giant concrete works. Yeah, so a little disappointing, but this happens. Well, lucky the video wasn't on a minute ago. The gentleman in the truck in front of me played the Vietnamese game of don't turn your head, don't look, you don't have to give way. Pulled out right in front of me. Man, I was doing maybe 25k an hour, and I had to slam the anchors on. Missed going under the truck by probably a metre. He didn't even look at me when he saw me. Well, in his peripheral, he would have seen me pulling up abruptly, and he didn't even look. It's a silly game they play. In Australia, we have a phenomena, and the rest of the world, we have a phenomena called the rubberneckers. And the rubberneckers are those people that as they drive along, they see an accident, they almost break their neck, turning quickly to see the accident. Well, the Vietnamese are the opposite. They're the stiff-neckers. They refuse to turn their head, and they just ignore that someone may be there. I'm sure they see people in their peripheral, and they work on the principle of, oh, I didn't see you, oh, sorry. Righto. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, the idea of going under a 12-wheeler just doesn't quite sit with me. I hope he has a nice day. Right. I'll go back to doing what I was doing. Oh dear. So it's about 3 kilometres since the gentleman nearly put me under his truck, and I have just been run off the road by 2 trucks. So there's 2 lanes here, you might see. There are 2 lanes going in my direction, separated by a concrete divide. It's a little hard to be totally critical of the truck that almost took me out, because he was being overtaken by another truck, so he had nowhere to go. And fortunately, as is the way in Vietnam, he was tooting incessantly to warn me of his approach, and I looked, and it was time to bail. Oh dear. So that's number 2. There's only probably just less than 40 k's to go, so they don't have a lot of time to line me up for the third time, only the 40 k's. I'm sure they will. Yeah, as I say, at least the truck driver was tooting incessantly, but he went past at about 100k an hour, so he didn't back off the speed at all. So there's not a lot of brain power involved here, maybe by me for being here, but he would have seen me from a couple of 100 meters back at least. Maybe take his foot off the frickin' accelerator, let the overtaking truck overtake, then swing out into the other lane and give me 0.8 of a metre instead of 0.1. Righto, that's enough? Is that enough? Other than that, it's a good ride. Can't see anything. Can't see the water. But the legs are great, the body's good. The mind is strong. It was. There's some fantastic scenes up ahead, so let's focus on them. Fortunately, we go around these hills and not up and through them. And I've said that without checking, but I'm pretty sure. And having checked, I'm right. That was a fairly easy bet. So, do I go around him? Do I go under him? Or do I try and find somewhere to stop and get another drink? Nothing coming, let's go. Quite a few areas where there are wind turbines. And quite a few out there to the right. I had to stop and adjust something on the bike, and this fella got through. So we'll see if we can take him at speed. Nothing coming. He's sped up though. to hit him at about 32 k's. Now I just have to clear him. And job done. Well, I'm approaching my accommodation. Just a number of zingers up ahead. It's amazing.